welcome another episode here with Anna, Flow, Grow, and Thrive. And we have another questions here. What to do when you have a physical body in your when you have a physical pain in your body, and why doesn't it go away? Why
I love
doesn't
that
it
question
go
just from a
away?
spiritual point of view. Like, what do you do when you have a physical body?
Yeah, yes.
That is
So
a
you
question
have a
from soul. Like, what do
physical
I do with
body.
this?
So physical body, and why doesn't it go away? So because we are talking about the physical body, I'm just going a little bit tune in again into my body. I remember, can I start with this question? Is it
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
with you,
absolutely.
Anna? Yes. So I remember my like physical pain, like having a lower back pain, just keep coming back over and over again. And I just like was thinking, why doesn't it go away? I don't want it. All that resistance, all that, I don't want it. I hate it, all that mindset around it. And then it just kept coming back and back, of course. And then one day I remember when I woke up and I couldn't walk. I just was in so much pain, and my body just like clocked out, not available anymore. So first of all, what I want to address is actually that resistance towards the pain, the
Mm.
resistance of actually not wanting to feel the pain, not really like, sitting with the pain. Because what we often do, we just want to get rid of the pain. We want to feel great all the time. We don't want to feel the pain. But unfortunately, or luckily, maybe because pain means also life, because when you are alive, you also feel the pain. It's just part of it. If you feel the pain, and you sit with it, it always goes away. It is always like changes and just moves. The pain is never really there like forever. So I want you to actually notice. Mm,
I do want to emphasize that because this sounds
mm,
ridiculous, I think, to anybody who hasn't
mm,
experienced it, because you and I both came
mm.
out of we did separate practices of
Yes.
Vipassana. And
Mm,
just to emphasize that you are speaking from experience, and I know this because I've experienced
mm.
this as well. Because we go into it's like, well, no, we've been taught to take painkillers and we've been taught to deal with the pain, and it's like, why would I feel the pain? It doesn't feel good, right? Like what you're saying just sounds
Yes.
ridiculous, but it's actually the cure for the pain is in the pain. And it's as
Yes.
ridiculous as it sounds. Like I had a client that I was working with, and she had cancer, and I asked, do you
Mm.
love the cancer? And then she said, I want to work with you because that question just shocked me. It's like, what do you mean, do I love the cancer? I'm like, do you love your cancer? Like, are you actually welcoming it, or are you rejecting it? Because that's a big part of the healing journey.
Mm. I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are right, it might sound really ridiculous, like, to sit with the pain, but my whole life I was rejecting the pain. I was just fighting against the pain. And if there is one thing I can share is that it's not working. It's not working if you do that, and it's definitely not helping. So what about your experience, Anna, with
First of
this
all, when you said
question?
the
Like,
back
did you ever
pain,
have? Yes.
yeah, when you said
Mm-hmm.
the back pain, I was like, yep, can relate to that one. And I mean, Louise Hay has like a whole list of symptoms and what they mean, energetic, like what is their cause, because it is just trapped emotions. It's things that we haven't processed. Back pain is so common because it's financial support, it's emotional support, depending where it is on the back. So every pain has its reason, it has its energetic source, it has its emotional source, and it is really unprocessed emotions. And the emphasis that when we experience pains, like we reject the body even more, like, oh, why is this wrong? Or, oh, especially for women, just connecting to the body is such a freaking important experience. And for years, this isn't important. And it's not like I didn't treat it like the worship of my vessel. It was like, well, I just needed to get things done, right? It's like this machine is like how would you treat a car that you love? Or like this thing is like, okay, it's a piece of crap that just has to function, right? Like I just needed to get from home to work, and that's all I needed for, rather than actually loving it. So the importance of connecting to your vessel, loving it, worshiping it, and understanding that the pain's there for you. And that was like mind blowing for me. I was like, oh my God, I've been rejecting this for years. It was there for me. Like, this is your body telling you what is not in alignment. Actually, recently I was in dynamic with a person, and every time I would spend time with this person, my body would be hurting. And I would have the same pain that I haven't had for years in my shoulder. And I was like, what is happening? And then realizing that that was just not in alignment. And that was not like, there's a whole reason behind that, but it's just like, that was my body saying, this is out of alignment, something's off, the person's not showing out fully or whatever. And like, it's not completely safe. And that was my body speaking. And if I totally went into it because I am at the point where I like just connected, and I understand, like, okay, any pain or any symptom, like, there's a reason for it. But just knowing that the body's there for you, that it's not happening against you, it's helping you. This is like your compass. It's like your GPS system telling your inner GPS, saying you're off track, like, you're off track. So just turn around. But where they're like, it's fine, I'm okay, like, I know where I'm going. It's like, no, you don't, you're off track, So yeah, the importance of just sitting and listening and not being afraid of it, because the ego makes it so scary. It makes it, I mean, we've also just, it sources from so much outside information, right? Like, we have to fix it, and this is so scary. It's like, it can just be okay, like, not responding rather than reacting to your physical experiences, to the things that are going on emotionally around you, just learning to respond rather than react.
I love that share, Anna. Thank you so much. It actually brought back like all these like thoughts and memories of me suppressing all the emotions. So actually they got so stored in my body that I wasn't even able to express myself. So we will be definitely tuning in our 6 weeks. It will be 6 weeks, 7 weeks course where you will be more connecting to your body, and we will be definitely supporting you in that,
and releasing. I want to say, because you have so many exercises ready, because
releasing.
you're going there with the body connection, the release of those things that have been stored, and it's not as scary. And it's a very different process when you're actually being helped through that, rather than when you're working on this on your own. And I do want to note that, because I mean, I've worked with teachers, and I know that you've done too. And it's like, doing that on your own, it's like, this is freaking terrifying. But when you have that safe container, it's a completely different experience. So
yes, that's definitely for sure, because I do remember how I was really scared to do anything, because of the pain, because of not being confident, not
also, you
really
don't want to
feeling
get
that I'm
stuck in it.
able
Like,
to do it.
you feel like if you sit with
Yes.
that pain, like, it intensifies, right? Like, when you sit with
Yes.
that, I mean, even passion, like, it gets so agonizing that you're like, I feel like this is going to last forever. I don't want to get stuck in this forever. So you quit. And that's the problem, that we don't feel it fully. Because if you actually go the whole way, you understand the deliberation is there. But we're kind of like, almost there, almost there. It's like, nope, I'm going back. It's like, no. And then, there's only stories of like, this was really intense. It's like, you were almost there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
So
if
we
you
would
guys
love
want to
to,
hear
yeah.
more information on the course, you guys can DM me or Judita, and there's also going to be a link with more information about it. We're starting on February 14th.
14, yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of,
Isn't it the
it is Valentine's
Valentine's
Day, because it's all
Day,
about
the
loving
love
yourself.
for
It's like that,
you.
that is the
Yes.
ultimate relationship. That is the most important relationship in your life, that with yourself. So yeah, starting on Valentine's Day, and 7 weeks, there's going to be lives. But if you can't make it, there's also going to be recordings available. And we look forward to seeing some of you there.
Thank you.